Over 2021, the Coillte Nature team has been busy, and we've seen great progress on our 4 key themes. These are afforesting our landscapes by planting new native woodlands, restoring important biodiversity areas, regenerating urban forests, and rehabilitating ecosystem services. Keep watching to get an update on each of the projects we're working on under these themes. For afforesting our landscapes, we're delighted to announce the launch of a new not-for-profit partnering with business to establish new native woodlands on a large scale across Ireland. We're fully funded for the first 200 hectares of new native woodlands and planning our next phase with our ecologist out on the ground now selecting sites. Under the theme of restoring biodiversity, we made great progress this year with the restoration of hazelwood on the banks of Lough Gill in County Sligo. Here, about 30 hectares of invasive species have been cleared from below the woodland canopy, making way for native species to regenerate. Also, we're pleased to report that the area of new native woodland planted last year in the place of harvested pine and spruce is really thriving, and a new section of walking trail is being added alongside it. Under the theme of regenerating urban forests, the Dublin Mountains makeover is rolling ahead. If you haven't already heard, this is a long-term project to transition 9 large Dublin forests from being managed primarily for timber production towards management for recreation and biodiversity. This year, we've been working to establish new native woodland areas across 4 of these forests, with new trails and signage added for people to enjoy these new woodlands as they grow. We've also been rolling out continuous cover forestry management across several sites to create more resilient and biodiverse forests into the future. We're going to track the changing ecology of these Dublin Mountain sites as the makeover continues, and this year we established 32 long-term biodiversity monitoring plots to help us do that. Under the final theme of rehabilitating ecosystem services, we have 2 projects, the Wild Western Peatlands and the Midlands Native Woodland. The Wild Western Peatlands is a project to redesign over 2,000 hectares of Western peatland forest, focusing mainly on the restoration of Atlantic blanket bog and wet heath habitats. This year, surveying got underway at our beautiful pilot site at Derryclare in Connemara. With findings from ecology, hydrology and LiDAR surveys, as well as feedback from a range of stakeholders, we're putting together a draft management plan for the site. This plan will lay out various scenarios for the future management of the site that will maximise the ecosystem services over time, such as storing carbon, improving water quality, and enhancing biodiversity. We have a second very different project under this theme of rehabilitating ecosystem services. The Midlands Native Woodland Project is a collaboration with Bord na Móna on an area of cutaway raised bog in County Kilkenny. As part of their wider re-wetting programme, we plan to establish pioneer native woodlands on some of the high and dry areas to speed up the regeneration process and stabilise the bare peat, with the aim of reducing soil erosion and CO2 emissions. Following on from extensive trials of native trees and shrubs, this year we submitted an application and a detailed environmental impact report for the establishment of 206 hectares of native woodland, which will add to a mosaic of diverse natural habitats in the area. You can find out more about Coillte Nature by watching more videos about these projects on the Coillte TV YouTube channel or see our website.